Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
An auto parts supplier and a retailer make up this week's top stock picks of the week. And I'm Tracy Brynick. I'm joined by Brian Boland this week. Brian, we're going to start with you with the auto truck. Is it autos? No, it's trucks.
It's trucks, and it's the components of the trucks. So they're making the stuff inside the cab, the dashboard, the seat, all that sort of stuff. These trucks are big. When we're talking about Class 8 trucks. And the trucking sector is super hot right now. We've seen consolidation in the group between Swift and Knight. They've come together. Right. There's also been the recent IPO of Schneider. So the big boys are out there and looking to hit the market. The whole space is pretty hot. I've seen recent data that says that Class 8 truck sales are up 40% year over year. Obviously, the economy is improving, and when you have that, the transports are really going to be playing it. We had the shippers really moving before. The rails were also reporting very good numbers. Now we're going to see these truckers move. And I think if we take a look here, it says Zacks #1 strong buy. Zacks ranked #1 strong buy. It's really moved up here over the last couple weeks, but still an A for growth, which is what I like to see. A B for value. I know you like value stocks, Tracy. I don't like value stocks, but for this instance, I think it's okay here. But 29 times forward earnings is still
not too cheap. Not
necessarily value, but it's still interesting here because I think that this sector is really breaking out here. If we take a look at the 2-year chart, obviously you're going to focus in on just that last few months here. I think that's with the Knight Transportation and Swift merger here. Everyone's kind of talking about how strong this group really is. It's really in a breakout here, so obviously I want to be careful here as it's running up over $9 a share. It's probably going to look at some consolidation pretty soon, but down the road I still think there's good growth.
Have they had their earnings report out yet? I don't think so.
They just beat recently, so okay. I think it's a factor of coming up again.
Okay. And do they get lumped in with the auto parts guys? Because they've been struggling more so. And when you first told me about this stock, I'm like, are they autos? I'm not sure I want to be in the autos.
It is, because if we take a look here, I guess I didn't have the market cap here on this slide, but I know it's a very small cap.
Okay.
So when we're looking at these, very small cap names, and it's in these, it gets looped or
put in there.
Put in that sector, yes.
Okay. Well, that's one to watch then. I mean, the chart looks fantastic.
Well, very recently the chart looks very good.
Okay, so my stock is Home Depot, and it's only rank 3, but I do feel like it'll move up in the rank when they report. They're still reporting about 3 weeks from now, so we have some time to wait. Stock is hitting new highs, but it's because the underlying business is so good. Now, a lot of people don't realize that their big quarter is not the holiday quarter. It's right now in the spring. It's always the spring planting, and everybody rushes out to buy their, outdoor furniture
and screen door.
Yeah, all that new stuff. And everyone expects it to be good because it's been pretty warm in the Midwest, and the East has been, seasonably warm. So then you're even going out earlier to buy those new bushes and all of that to put in. So everybody's expecting a pretty good year. You can see those estimates are kind of trending up just slightly, but this is what happens with a big cap retailer.
Right. It takes a lot to move the needle on these guys.
They need really outstanding quarters to have big jumps in there. But I'll take these small little guidance increases higher because they're supposed to see earnings growth of about 11% this year. And again, for a big cap and a retailer, that's really solid. Another 12% next year. They're refinishing about 500 stores. Some of their oldies getting facelift here, so that should help. And they're strong in Mexico too. People forget that they have a lot of business down there, and as the Mexican economy is still hanging in there, still doing pretty good, and that middle class is growing, people are going to Home Depot down there too.
Right, and anytime you have the home builders, the home sales moving up, people then spend a lot of money, fixing up their home, getting new paint, getting new
we've
whatever.
all been doing that.
So
we're spending our time at Home Depot or Lowe's too.
Yeah, I've had a lot of Depot dogs over the last few years.
Yes, and they have a lot on the professional side too. I didn't realize that about 40% of their sales is on the Pro Advantage side, and that area. I mean, I'm fixing up my house, but there's professionals out there who are doing the flipping thing again. They're buying the older homes and then putting in the whole new kitchens and baths, and that is a lot being done through Home Depot. So there's a lot of advantages they have. I don't think they can be Amazoned very easily. There's a lot of questions about that, like why isn't it Amazon eating into what they're doing? And some of that, you're just not going to buy that, you know, rose bush or whatever at Amazon. You're just not.
Right.
And even Amazon is finding certain items like appliances, people don't like to buy online. And Amazon has talked about opening up standalone, you know, brick and mortar to sell those items. So Home Depot has an advantage, I think, in that whole area. And you want to go to the store. So
yeah, I think you want to touch a lot of those appliances that you're going to be buying and see that they are solid. You know, I bought you know, a little soap dispenser for my kitchen sink that broke. You know, I get it through Amazon, and I'm thinking, you know, maybe this wasn't the item to cheap out on here for $7.95 or whatever it was, and maybe I want something better. So then I find myself going back to the Home Depot just to find something, you know, that looks a little bit better for just a couple bucks more.
Yeah, and now you put up the chart here. It has the perfect track record on the earnings beats. That's what the small little green arrows are. And now it is breaking out to new highs. I actually bought it in Insider Trader late last year. It was in December we bought. Because the insiders bought in November, and you can see that kind of dip down there in late 2016. That's when the insiders went in and bought. It's kind of unusual to see insiders buying one of these big, you know, older companies.
Phase too there, so they had the Trump bump here. I don't know if you can call it that, but
you can, I think.
Almost time for a stock split from them.
I don't know. They haven't done one in a long, long time. So this is one to watch. You get a dividend with it too, 2.4%. It's not too shabby either.
Pay you to own it.
Yep. So while they're number 3, I do expect that rank to move up once they actually report in a couple of weeks. So we'll see.
Okay.
So do you own any of these?
I do not personally own that stock.
Okay. But is it in one of your portfolios?
It is in stocks under 10.
Okay. And then I have Home Depot in Insider Trader, but I don't own CVGI. So, so there's that. If you want to check out any of our other top stock picks of the week, be sure to go over to Zacks.com. You can find them all over there. Also, be sure to check out the Bull of the Day stock picks over there if you're just looking for some picks, because we have one of those every day also over on Zacks.com. We'll see you again next time.